What up? What's going down, boys? Yes, sir. Another Moto Monday. Hanging out. So let's see who's up in here. Whew, I'm out of breath, dude. I ran out into the garage real quick to go grab some water, so I was wide open. I was up here and getting ready, and then I looked and I'm like, man, it's 7. Then I heard Mel yelling. She's like, go live. I'm like, I need water. Ran all the way downstairs, all the way back up. Woo, get my cardio in. All right, we got Adam. We got Ryan. What up, what up? We got Brian Monroe. The Swamp Family Racing. Colby. Am I saying that right? Colby. We got Mixed Tips. Mixed Tips. Jeremy. What up, what up? Anthony. Howard. Lauren. What up, Mel? Oh, here she is. What is this? She's already thrown me under the bus. He's coming. Wait until 7 to get a bottle of water. You know how we do it. Thomas Kimberly, what up, what up? Well, sweet. Anthony P. We got Mike from Jersey. Well, cool. Big Feist is not going to be here tonight. Big Feist is driving to Ohio right now with our cousin, Gary. They're getting ready for hunting season already. They're driving out to Ohio to go set up the trail cams. Or actually, they might even have the trail cams already set up, but I know they're putting out the bait. They're getting all ready, dude. It's hyped up, but think about it. If you're a bow hunter, it's seriously like 2.5 months and you're going to be in the woods because it comes in here September 15th, I believe. So we are right around the corner from hunting season. It blows me away. So Big Feist is getting ready. He's not going to be here tonight. He's already texting. Look, here he is. Righto, that's what he's saying. Make sure this is off. But anyway, if you're new here, man, I'm Ronnie Faisst. This is Moto Monday. We do this every Monday night, 7 p.m. Hanging out. Just throw up your question. We talk about moto. We talk about training. We talk about bike setup. We talk about my faith. Anything, man. This is our Moto Monday family, and we jump on here. Everybody that's in this chat now has been here for months. These are the peeps. So, thank you all for being here week after week. And like I said, if you're new here, welcome. And a couple quick things before we dive in. Let's see. Yesterday, July 4th. Hey, happy 4th of July to everybody. Hope everybody had, what up, Danny B? Mark, got a couple people jumping in. I hope everybody had a good time over the weekend celebrating our freedom here in America, celebrating our great country. We had a good time here. We got to barbecue with some neighbors. We drove out to Stillwell, Kansas, just south of us. We went out there and it's straight country, but I was blown away how many people were just piled out in the cornfields for this fireworks show. And it was pretty cool. So I hung out. Mel stayed in the car the whole time. I sat out there and got attacked by mosquitoes, but it was a good time. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. But we had a sale for... Yo, am I back? Ooh, man, this has been rough with this thing locking up on us every week. So we just decided we are canceling AT&T because it's been like this. Seriously, I thought the issue was I dumped all of my GoPro footage onto my desktop, and that's what I thought it was because it seemed like it's been acting up for the last 4 lives we've had issues with it locking up like this. And so I was thinking, well, right around that time, I dumped all my footage off of my GoPro onto my desktop, and I had tons of way too much footage. So I cleared it all off, got it all clear, and I thought today we're going to be in the grind. But it's still acting up. So that means we're calling AT&T tomorrow and saying we're out because we've given you guys enough time to fix it. We got the best of the best that they offer, and it's obviously not working well. So we're switching. Who should we go to? Anybody in this area? Brian, who you guys got? Because we're out. AT&T just got clipped because we can't have this cutting out like this every single week. That's jacked. Because we had shout out to Chad Kagi came on last week. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It was a good show. But man, it was a good time to get one of the boys on, and then we had issues like that. And I feel bad to bring on somebody like that and then have issues. And you guys hear week after week, and it just keeps buffering on us. So we are definitely going to have to switch our internet provider because we don't want to deal with this. All right, but thanks for hanging out and dealing with the issues. And I was saying, before you guys got cut off, for Mark Collective, it's set up automatic to do 20% off at checkout. So if there's anything on the Mark Collective site that you want, just go to checkout. It'll automatically give you guys a 20% off. And then for R from X, I don't know when it cut out, but for R from X, make sure you use the discount code USA20 at checkout, and it'll give you 20% off. And that goes to midnight tonight. And then other than that, we have the R from X class, the June 26th class that got canceled, is definitely going. It is going on. It's coming up this weekend. We're going to do it July 10th, at Hillsdale. So it's a private track, Hillsdale, Kansas. It's actually a really fun private track. I love it. It's really good. So we're going for it. It's going to be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be warm, so we're going to start early in 5 hours, and we're going to get after it. So if you guys are interested, anybody in the area want to do some training this weekend, it's Ronnie Faisst MX. And I got 2 spots left. It was full or it was almost full. We had 1 spot open, and then we had a rider get hurt. And so now we got 2 spots open at the moment. Someone had to pull out, broke their foot. So, RonnieFaistMX.com if you want to come out this Saturday and get some training in. We're going to be out there all day having a good time, ripping it up. And then other than that, Adam's throwing a little super chat in. It says, hungover, God bless America. And make that switch. You're right. We're making a switch. It's over. That was it. Oh, Big Feist got on here. How did Big Feist get on? You just missed it, Feist. We were already buffering. Big Feist is on. He must be, he figured out how to get on the live chat in the car because I know you're driving to Ohio. So, look, he's figuring out technology. So, Feist is with us. Yeah. And big shout out to Adam for that super chat. Brother, thanks for being on. Take care of that hangover. Man. Let's see. We got July 10th, Southwick National coming up, but we just had Redbud. What'd you guys think of Redbud? I know I got some, I like Redbud. I think Redbud is one of the sickest tracks on the circuit. I think the next couple races are coming up are really good ones. You got it's basically Redbud was this weekend, Southwick's coming up, and then Millville I think is after Southwick. They're 3 OG tracks. Southwick's sick though because it separates itself from all the other tracks. It's pretty much a sand track. It's up in Massachusetts and it's gnarly. It gets rough, so that's going to be a sick race to watch. But what you guys think of the races? Let me pull up some results here. We'll look at the 250 class first. So we got man, you got to give a shout out to Hampshire, right? Finally, I mean, dude, I know he probably would have wanted to go get one of those moto wins to take the overall, but hey, this is how it goes down in outdoors. You know, you be consistent, you get the overall, and he comes out with a 2-2 for the first overall. So big shout out to him. And you could see him in his interview, man. He was emotional. A lot of work and a long time coming. So good to see him win. Cooper, did you guys see him in practice? Case the LaRocco's Leap. I don't know if anybody saw. I think Moran's had posted it on his story. It was dirty. Roxton too. Roxton case, that thing gnarly. Lawrence with the 1.6 had he had a rough second moto, huh? Just bad start, and then I think he crashed. Right? Then he could go down too. He had a bad start, and then he crashed again. So worked his way back up to 6, giving him a 3rd overall. So that's gonna work out. That's not bad. Championships are gonna be won with consistency and top 3 overall is for where he started and how that race looked in the beginning. I think coming out with a 3rd is not too bad. And his brother's right there with a 3.4. We got Martin with the 5.3. Shimoto, it's crazy. Like, look at these dudes. They're just so tight, man. Like 4.3, 4.1, 2.2, 6.5 Shimoto, 7.7 Brown. That's Brown coming in the mix here. And rounding out top 8, it looks like Robertson. Hopefully I'm back. I'm going to just keep hitting it. If it buffers, I'm back. We're just doing it. I don't know what's up with this thing. It's buffering. It is. I'm reading some of you guys' deal. It's buffering. It's jacked up, dude. Hey, if you got AT&T, write them a bad review because I am. I'm going to say, you're messing up my lives. I'm trying to do lives. This is what don't make sense. How long have we been doing this? Like, let's talk about it. Like, a year, right? At least a year. And then all of a sudden, in the last month, it just went downhill. issue. That's why I was like, yo, it must be all the footage that I dumped off the GoPro and put on the desktop. So we're like, we got to get rid of it. So we cleaned it all up, and now here we are, and it's acting up again. So I don't know what the issue is. But talking about GoPro, before we get into the 450 class, I dumped a lot of footage, and I was going through there, and I'm going to just start posting just to throw off some extra stuff other than the lives. I got some really good GoPro footage of so many different tracks. I got Fox Raceway when I was out there in Cali. I got like every single track here in the Midwest, Kingsville, Adrenaline. I got them all. Midwest Extreme. I got a couple private tracks. But anyway, and did I say Oklahoma? I got Oklahoma too when I was down at Robbie Smith's training camp down there for FCA camp. And I was thinking about one thing I want to say about the GoPro. I got Green Valley too because I was watching that. I was really paying attention to that one. One thing about, if you guys use GoPro, use it to study yourself where you're at on the track. Like I got sucked in today when I was like looking at the footage, and I started cutting them up and getting them off the desktop. But I really started to watch where I was on the track, and you can listen to your bike. You can hear how you're using the power. Are you being smooth with the power? So use your GoPro as a way to self-coach yourself. Study, listen to the motor. Where are you getting on in the corners? And so pick a track. So like I was watching, I really paid attention to Green Valley and Kingsville today. Obviously, they're tracks I'm going to get to ride quite often. And I was paying attention to where I was on the track, and I mix it up a lot. I kind of have my line, but I'll try other lines just to see if it works out better. But for the most part, I'll ride a line that I feel is a good, consistent line on both those tracks. But I was really paying attention to where even when I was changing lines, like I was like, yeah, did the inside look better there? Because Kingsville has this sweeper in the back. All you local guys know what I'm talking about. Sweeper in the back. And I went inside, I went middle, and I went outside. So I got to study myself through 3 different lines through that corner and really go like, what one really looks like it's actually carrying more momentum there. And, you can't tell like exact with the GoPro, but I still feel like I can learn a lot. And I was watching today, and I know the next time I ride that, I know there's lines where I kept going outside on this one part, and I'm like, why the heck am I going outside there? I'm like, I should be in the middle at least in the middle. So use your GoPro and learn from it. If you find yourself for some reason taking a middle line or outside line, and you're like, man, maybe I should be down 1 or 2 ruts, then get in there. And next time you go ride, try to hit those lines. And like I said, listening to the power of the bike, I was really paying attention to how I'd come in, and am I rolling it? Am I going, am I being aggressive with the throttle, or am I being smooth with the throttle? Is it one steady roll through the corner, or am I going, and then like chopping it? So things you can kind of listen to and learn just by studying GoPro stuff. So anyway, I was super excited that I'm like, man, it's a tool. So use it out there. And even if you're practicing with someone who is on your level a little bit faster than you, or just a good rider, you can get right behind that person, and then you can watch and learn from them, because your camera basically is filming them. You can learn a ton by riding with other guys that are either better than you or just you on your same level, and study where they're at on the track and watch their lines. And so anyway, just wanted to chuck that in there because I'm going to start posting them. And one of the ideas that I had that I might start doing is there's this turn track in Oklahoma, and obviously you can't see how I was riding it because it's my GoPro, so you can't really get a visual of me, but you can kind of see obviously my view. But I was thinking about maybe doing like voiceovers talking about what kind of how I was trying to use. I was doing a stand-up drill, so basically it's not a small track, but it's not huge. But it's sandy. It's like a sand, bermish, ruttish turn track. And I was riding it standing up, and I was using that as a balance drill to where I was trying to not to sit down at all. Coming in and then carrying momentum. Coming down, being smooth, coming into the corner, carrying momentum on the balls of my feet, hips back. And it was all technique, and I was just trying to carry momentum, not hit the brakes, just fluid and carry that. So I was thinking about maybe doing some voiceovers of the technique that I'm actually talking about, or actually that I'm practicing in that. So when you're watching it, you can kind of maybe hear what I'm saying and then take that to when you go get on a little turn track, a little rut track, and you want to do a stand-up drill, you can remember. I might put them up like bullet points, things to remember in the turn track. And like, because when I'm out there practicing, those things are running through my head. I'm out there like, all right, balls of the feet, gripping with the legs, gripping down low, leaving loose arms, carrying momentum. Like, I'm telling myself all that as I'm riding, and I'm trying to get better and better, and not touch a foot, not dab a foot, not put my butt on the seat, and stand up. And it helps so much and increases your balance and your skills. And then you get out there on the normal track, and it starts to make things just feel easier. Like, where were we riding this past week? We went to this private track out in Lawrence, and man, we just got a ton of rain here, so the dirt was on point, because obviously it rained so much that by the time we gave it a couple days to dry out, but by the time all the rain passed, the dirt was wet all the way through, and so it formed just super good sticky ruts. But we had this one corner, we probably sessioned it. I know I sessioned it twice. Like, I went out there and was just riding this one corner for like 20-30 minutes, and then I took a break, then I came out again and start riding it again. Like, I like that. I'll pick one turn and just session one turn. But it had this, it was actually a right-hander, but it had this real long entry, and you could basically almost stand up until you almost could stand up. I just tried it a couple times. It was faster to sit down at later in the corner, but you could stand up all the way until right at the last part of the apex. You'd sit and it would just slingshot you out. But that technique that I was using in that corner is the exact technique that I was practicing in Oklahoma. So that's what I'm saying. You're out there, you start doing those drills, and then you find a place on the track, and it was fun. It was a difficult rut, but the rut was fun though. It was challenging and was fun, and I would just wanted to session it all day. So I love when you can kind of take a drill that you just goofing around on a small little track, but then you find where it works on the big track, and you're able to apply it, and then you feel like you improved, because that's how I felt. I felt like, I'm doing this a little bit better than I used to do it. So it felt good. So anyway, I'm going to be posting a little bit more videos and trying to have a little more helpful stuff, some tip stuff, some voiceover stuff, just to mix up the page a lot, break it up a little bit from just doing the lives. Anyway, let's jump back into 450. Got a little sidetracked there. Got hyped up talking about riding. Anyway, let's see. Where are we? Plessinger, come on, dude. We got to give the man a shout out. AP, how can you not like him? I love this dude. He's sweet, huh? He got the mullet, the mustache, and he's just straight American, all-around American boy, dude. So just pumped to see that guy do good, because this is his best year. Best year by far, and stoked to see him just riding good and confidence and smiling. The guy's happy, right? Don't you love to see people doing what they love, smiling and enjoying what they do? And that's what I see with that guy. He just loves he loves riding dirt bikes, and it shows on the podium. And good psyched for him. Roxon with the 2.6. So first moto was good, second moto. What happened in the second moto? Did he crash? I can't remember. There was so much going on in all the different motos. But I know he messed up somewhere, right? I think did he fall, or did he just mess up? I can't remember now. I think he fell. Craig with the 5.5, not bad for coming back. And then Sexton getting up there the second moto. What about your boy, though? Let's just jump back to this dude. Dude, the first moto, was he not like a beast? He came from, how far? He came back from where? Anyway, like it was like 9th or 10th. And he passed every single fast dude in the class and won. And then second moto was a little bit tougher, but still, he still got second. He was beast mode in it, I'll give him that. And then Webb with the 7.9 still not really being the Webb that we know he could be. And then Barsha getting the 9. This is what's crazy. Did you see these two battling? I was watching these two guys battle. I think it was in the first or second moto. They're obviously close both motos, so I can't remember which one it was. But I was watching the intensity of these two racing, and I'm going, like, they're battling for 9th. Look how gnarly they're going for it. I was like, this class is insane, dude. 450 class, no joke. Best of the best. There's 15 named dudes out there. And I hope Wilson's doing good, because I know Wilson went down. One of my buddies, I know he went down pretty hard. So I hope he's doing all right. But, man, other than that, I think that's it. We got Southwick coming up this weekend, so that's going to be another good one to watch. So we'll see how that goes. And it's going to be a fun series. It's been fun watching week after week. let's dive in here. All right, so brand new here. Hopefully we don't have any more issues with the buffering, but if you're brand new here, as you can see, a lot of these people put their question marks up in the questions, and that's how I find your questions from the comments. So I'll always scroll to the top, try not to skip anybody. If I skip you, just throw it back up. And I know Thomas Kimberly's done here. Hey, I need to hit you up, dude, because I was thinking about maybe doing a class maybe up at your spot too. Maybe August class, because with July class is going to be right here in Kingsville, or not Kingsville, Hillsdale. And then so maybe August. If I know you said you got a lot of kids up that way, want to get some training. So maybe we'll switch it up and do a sand track for the August class. The crazy thing is what I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, it's July classes this weekend. You got August, September, October, 3 more classes, and it's over. I'm like, last year I don't think we did a November class. I think we went to October. So I'm like, man, where is this year going? That's what I'm saying. 2.5 months, we're in the woods deer hunting again. Nuts. I'm like, this year is just zipping by. All right. We got to get back out to Cali, too. We got to hook up my boy, Danny B. Got to get back out there. Might be out there. Actually thinking about flying in for X Games, potentially, maybe. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. So I could be in town for X Games, maybe not. But I'm definitely, me and Mel, maybe thinking about coming out for the last national of the year for Fox Raceway. So be hanging out, maybe be able to sneak in some, maybe do some one-on-one stuff with you and sneak in some of the other guys that'd like to get some classes in. All right, we'll keep you guys posted, though, for the West Coast fellas. All right, MX Tip, it says, Ronnie, I'm switching from 230 4-stroke to a 250 2-stroke tips. So he's going from the 230 4-stroke to the 250 2-stroke, and he's looking for some tips. Man, I feel like hey, they're both dirt bikes. So at the end of the day, going 250, going to a 2-stroke to a 4-stroke, 4-stroke, 2-stroke, it's super similar. It's just going to be a little bit different in how the power is going to respond and act. So if you're going from the 4-stroke to the 2-stroke, you're definitely going to have to just keep that bad boy in the R's. That's the thing. The thing with the 4-stroke, especially the bigger the motor is, you can get away with lugging the bike a lot, just letting it creep, and it just tracks. 2-strokes, you always got to keep them wound up. So that's probably the biggest thing that you're going to notice is keeping that thing in the power. So, and just, it's throttle clutch control. Learn, if you're not riding with your finger on the clutch, get in the habit of keeping your finger on the clutch because it's guaranteed power. On the 2-stroke, if that thing falls on its face in the corner and goes like that, you flick that clutch, it picks it right back up. So get in the habit of keeping a finger on the clutch. And if that thing dips on you, just give her a little flick. But try not to get in the habit of going, and so I see kids do this all the time. They come in, they pin it, and then they just fan their clutch, and they smoke their clutch every weekend. Dad's all fired up at them because they can't keep a clutch in the bike. But you don't want to go, wah, 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 wah. Be smooth. Every corner should be like a start. Just feed the clutch. So be smooth with the clutch. Not fan it. All right. Well, let me see. We got Jeremy here. Oh, he says, Jeremy saying, I see you got that pit bike. What's your plans with that bike? That's just my little 50, dude. That thing's weak. I've had that. It's like a 2005 little CRF 50, dude. I've had it forever. So this is my cruiser, my neighborhood cruiser. I cruise it to the pool. I go out, cruise it over to Dangerous Dale's house, cruise it over to Keggy's house. It's just a little neighborhood dipper. So I have no plans with it, but if I ever get some land, I probably would maybe put a little mini bike track, but I would step it up. I'd get a 110, make it a little bit more fun. Because that thing's little, dude. I got long legs. All right, let's get Lauren up here. He says, I'm going to build me a ramp. How big should I build it? Man, that's a good question. So if you're looking to build a freestyle ramp, man, I don't know if anyone does have dimensions online. Try Googling that. Try Googling. I'm trying to think who. Freeride used to build the original freestyle ramps. The company was called Freeride. So I don't know if you could Google the actual dimensions and get those. But I'm just going to give you off the top of my head, the ramp's got to be at least 8 foot. I'd say, I'm guessing too. So I've never actually I don't know the dimensions off the top of my head. I should get those. That'd be helpful to have for people. But I'm guessing it's got to be at least 8 foot high, approximate, and then it's probably about 4 foot wide. But lengthwise, I want to know how long that thing is from the top to where it goes. I don't know. But I wouldn't build it too short, but you don't need to go crazy with it. I think if you're in that 8-foot range, somewhere in there, you'd probably be pretty safe. It'd be a nice little jump. But see if you can Google that and find free FMX freestyle moto dimension ramp or ramp dimensions, and just see if it comes up. And I'm trying to think what other companies might build ramps that would know that, and maybe you could reach out to them and get some info, but nobody's popping up. I'm not sure. A lot of the guys, I don't know who. Oh, yeah. You'd think I would know that, right? Been freestyle how long? Dude. I got all my ramps from the same dude. Pretty much I'm telling you about Free Ride. Free Ride ramps is pretty much all my ramps were from the same dude. But I've had them since the beginning, or had them. I sold them when I moved. But I basically had them from the very get-go. I had the same ramps my whole career. They were built good and lasted, 15, 20 years. But if you really need me to track down some dimensions, I really can. So someone's like, yo, I really want to know, I can figure it out. Like, that's not that hard. I guarantee you Mickey Diamond knows, because Mickey Diamond was our dude all throughout freestyle career. He knows. That's why I know I could hit him up. He would definitely know that. All right, I'm looking for. Like I said, if I skip your question, just chuck it back up, because I don't want to skip nobody. But I'm just trying to look through here. Yeah, we're on the buffering, everybody. So this is from earlier. Oh, we got Jess Hunt. What up, brother? All right, here we go. Tips on how to heal up faster. Weeded it myself a few weeks back. Dislocated shoulder, broken arm, fractured chest plate, 4 ribs. Oh my God, dude. Any tips on speeding things up? Just want to ride, man. Yeah, dude. That sounds like you got worked on that one, huh? I mean, for most of us, for just trying to, I feel like obviously eating good, your body's got to heal. So if you're getting the right nutrients, the body's going to heal. If you're eating junk, the way I look at it, it's not good for you, period, but it's not going to help on healing. So make sure you're getting vitamins, nutrients. But the body has to take a certain amount of time to heal regardless. I know in moto, we're always wanting to come back early, but I've learned through my years, just in my own personal experiences and watching other riders, it's usually smart to let your body heal and come back at strong versus trying to come back soon when it's kind of weak and re-injuring it, and then you're out longer. I've seen that happen over, and I've done it. Everybody's probably done it in a moto, because you're always trying to get back. Like your last comments, man, I just want to ride. And so as soon as it starts feeling good, you're like, I'm going. I'm going to ride. And then the next thing you know, you tweak it again, and it's longer. So I would say take the right amount of time to heal up. Eat good and get the right amount of sleep. A couple of other things that I did was I had a bone, would you call it a stimulator? Simulator? A stimulator. Basically, and I actually just saw it today because I was cleaning out the basement. And I was like, oh, here that thing is. But anyway, I used it on my femur. When I broke my femur, it basically strapped onto my leg, and it's supposed to circulate blood. So you basically put it on where the fracture is, and it stimulates bone growth. So it's like a bone stimulator in a sense, and it basically is supposed to pump blood or just help with the process. But at the end of the day, like, I don't necessarily feel like I shaved off like a month of my healing time. I still had to take, actually, that was one of the ones I actually rode early on with my femur. I rode at 4 months coming off a broken femur. I rode X Games 4 months after I broke my femur. But after X Games, I took off another month. So I waited 5 months. So, but I don't know if I'm going to give the credit to the bone stem. But it is something to, I feel like, we'll try anything, right? We're like, give it to me. If it's going to help, hook me up. But I would. You could try that. Let me see. What do you got? You got the shoulder. You got the arm. So maybe on the arm, because it probably depends where you're at and if you can get something on it. So on the arm, it might work on the arm. They probably make different ones for different things, but that could be an option. I'm trying to think if there was any other things. Has anyone ever tried the Game Ready? I don't know if it speeds up your healing, but if you've ever been to therapy for a broken femur or a knee surgery and you've used the Game Ready, you know what I'm talking about. It's money. It's basically like this crazy thing they slide up your leg that pumps ice cold water around your leg, but then it blows up and puts pressure on your, so it squeezes out the fluid, like it squeezes out the inflammation and freezes your leg at the same time. That was one of my favorite things that I had in therapy on both my knee surgeries. So, like I said, I don't know if you're going to therapy, but if you are in like an in-house place, hit them up. Like, yo, you got a Game Ready? Like, yo, let me try that thing. Put it, because I'm sure they have a sleeve that goes for an arm. They have them for knees and legs. So, dude, you'll love that thing. So, give that a shot. All right, we got Mike here. Mike Ridgewood, what up, what up? He says, have you ever done a race on the beach in Wildwood? Yeah, I've never actually done that race. So that is Wildwood, New Jersey. I've seen it. I've seen people, a lot of I think Schneider's done that race before. I remember seeing pics of him racing that. But he says, the AMD there is super fun, especially when the water hits the sand. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I've never done it, but I remember seeing pics from it, and it looked like it got rutted up, and it looked gnarly. So this probably is a super fun race. If you like sand, you can't get much more sand than riding the Jersey Shore, right? So I bet that is a good one. Oh, we got Swam. Yeah, so Swami's saying that Rock's encased. I saw that. Yeah, he cased that thing so hard. He's lucky he didn't get hurt, dude. Like, for real. That's a big enough jump that if you case, you can just crack a wrist, and then just by casing it, you don't even have to crash. Or break an ankle, break a foot, just by casing it. That's a big one. So, thank God he didn't get hurt. Here, Hampshire was ripping, fell twice in the moto, and still got up and ripped. Yeah. Hampshire is gnarly, dude. So, Howard's saying that there. Yeah, Hampshire is killing it. Lawrence killed it. Just reading some of your comments. Fell twice. Shimoda. All right, let's get Anthony P up here. He said, what would you or your OG's buddies recommend for pain if someone doesn't want to take any? So basically, pain meds, alcohol, what do you think? CBDs, not BS, like snake. Wait, what? What snake? Did you try some snake oil? Didn't work? That's too funny. I mean, I've been trying these essential oils. I'll be honest with you. So I ain't using no snake oil, but I've been trying essential oils. Mel got really into essential oils, so obviously I live with her. I'm her husband, and she brings all this stuff in the house. So I started trying stuff that she has. So I've been trying different essential oils for my lower back pain, and I feel like it's you get some relief, but it depends how bad the pain hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the pain's just, it just hurts. You can put something on, give you some relief, but it's sometimes the stuff isn't potent enough to just take away all the pain. So it depends how bad you're hurting. There is some CBD. I tried, I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried the CBD stuff that Deegan has, and I tried the CBD stuff that Twitch has. They both sent me some, and I tried them both, and it was kind of like the same thing. I think there was so much hype around all this CBD stuff that I was in my mind thinking, oh, I'm going to put this on and I'm going to be like, I'm going to be in no pain. I'm going to just feel good. So I think I was expecting too much out of it. And when I put it on, I'm like, is it even working? So I was clowning Deegan. I was like, yo, your stuff's bunk, dude. Because it was his company, or he did a deal with a guy. But anyway, but there is other CBD, and so I don't want to throw them all under the bus because I haven't tried them all. You got to give everybody a shot. There is some essential oil CBDs that I think, did we just order them, Mel? I know we put in an order of some new oils we want to try. So we have some new stuff coming. I haven't tried it yet. So, and like I said, if I try something that I like, I'll share it with you. I'll be honest with you if it works or not. So I'm gonna be trying some different stuff. So, Mel, put up in the comments, what did you use on my lower back? Because I'm going to be honest with you. There's been 2 days where my back was killing me. The first day, I was blown away. I thought it worked really good. She put it on. Seriously, I woke up and I was like super tight rode the day before. And I'm like, man, I was like, dude, my back's killing me. Hook me up with some of those oils you got. So she put some oils on. And I'm not BSing. Drove to the gym, got out of the gym. And when I got out of truck, I already felt better. And I'm like, whoa, that felt good. But then there was another day. So then I was like, oh, yes, this stuff worked. So that's what I'm saying. That definitely helped that day. But there was another day, same type of issue. My back was killing me. And I put it on that day, and it felt like it wasn't as quick as a relief as it was the first time. So I was like, hey, wait. So I was kind of in between a little bit, like, all right. First time felt like it was like real noticeable instant. And the second time was a little bit, definitely got some relief, but maybe just not as quick. But like I said, it was just because maybe I was in more pain that day. So I think it all depends what level we're at and what we're dealing with. But I'll keep you guys posted. And there is links to it. Like I said, there's a ton of natural oils and stuff to try. And we got these little bundles of stuff that we're trying. So if anybody's interested, if you go in the description and links, you can see these little bundles. You can try them. Give them a shot and give us feedback. Let us know what you think. If you find one that works, let us know. Because I told you, I'm trying different ones on the forearms. And I'm seeing if there's anything that will just reduce arm pump. Because I don't know if you can really get rid of it completely. But let's see, can we find one that can help a little bit? And if we can, we're going to share it with the crew and let everybody get in on that, because I'm sure we all deal with a little arm pump. He said, all right, we got Jess Hunt back up here. Oh, yeah, he says definitely do the voiceover videos. We can watch it all day, explain your take. Yeah, so definitely thinking about doing that on just some of the GoPro stuff. As I'm riding, I'm going to recite what I was thinking and the technique that I was trying to master and perfect when I was going through that turn track. Oh, is this Dangler? We got Dangler up in here. Hey, JD. Yeah, buddy. All right, so JD, we got to give JD a little shout out. This dude is one of my best friends growing up. We raced together. I've talked about him probably before. We used to go to the Nationals together when I was struggling privateer. And JD was, other than Sheik, because I talked about Sheik being the fastest dude in our crew. JD's true crew. JD's from Jersey. And this JD was the fastest dude from Jersey. So we give JD a shout out for being the fastest dude from NJ. So, hey, good to have you on here, brother. Where's Warner at? Warner was coming on for a little bit, but he dipped out on us. Yeah, but JD's got skills. If you're from New Jersey, you know who this dude is. And he's the only dude in our crew other than Sheik. But like I said, he's like the crew because he was from Jersey that got a national number every year because he was way faster than us and he got points, and me and all the rest of the people couldn't get in the top 20. We're lucky we got in the race. Oh, man. All right, so let's see. We got Swamp, Thomas Shack. Yeah. He says Thomas Shack is awesome. 10-10 for wait. 10-10. So he's saying it's good. 10 out of 10 for class. So, yeah, I've seen posts. I haven't been there yet. Actually, he invited me out to come out the other day. Was it today? Were you asking me to come out today or yesterday? Yeah, I know you asked me to come out one of these days. I couldn't make it. But I haven't been there, but I've seen a lot of posts, and it looks awesome. And it's sand. It looks like straight up Jersey track. What makes you... Adam say make sure you mix your oil with your gas. Who forgot? Hear what's Dangler saying? He said, Ronnie, when you were racing pro, how did you get pumped up before the gate job? I'm a slower starter and need to get hyped. How did that? What was I doing back then? You were with me. What was I doing, dude? Who knows? I don't even know what I was doing. I'm always high strung, dude. I'm always hyped up. I know he's probably trying to clown me. What did I used to do? Did I have something I did back in the day? No, Dangler. Sight was sending me pictures. Sight was our other buddy. He was sending me pictures of iced tea the other day because none of us, we were all straight edge back then, and we used to drink iced tea, and that was like a lot of caffeine for us because we were like straight water people. You drink iced tea, to get fired up. So it was kind of a joke. Sight was sending me pictures of iced tea because I was like, Sight used to get wired on iced tea. But I remember what I used to do. He's clowning, huh? Why are you doing me dirty, dude? All right. Here, MX Tips wants to know, what ratio did you mix your gas? I think I used to just do 40-1. I think that's pretty standard for moto. I'm almost 100%. That's what I did. Anybody else got any insight on that? I haven't been on two strokes in a while. We got Zan in here. What up, brother? Coming out to this weekend's class, so we'll see you on Saturday. Anybody got any tips on the gas ratio? Is it same as it always been? Because I was a 40-1 guy. Is it changed since I've been on 4-stroke since 2004? No, 12. I've been on 2-stroke or 4-stroke since 2012. So I've been long off the 2-stroke game for a minute. So if it's changed, somebody fill us in. All right, we got Jesse here. He says, "Hey, bro, just checking in on my break at work. Man, I read my post till later." Oh, yeah. Well, hey, thanks for jumping in, brother. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of work. And we did. We had a good 4th. All right, so Lauren. Hey, I think it locked up for a second. I think I'm back. Mel is looking for the vacuum. The vacuum is down in the basement closet. I was doing a little house cleaning today, cleaning up the basement. All right, so Anthony P saying, "I'm thinking I'm doing 32-1. I think 32-1's too rich, in my opinion. Let's get some thoughts of the other 2-stroke guys in here. I think 32-1's too rich. I think 41. Fred Kitchen said 40-1. That's where I'm in. I think that's pretty standard. I would go with that. I think 32-1's gonna be a little on the rich side. And you just gotta remember, 2-strokes, you gotta get them jetted right. So you can tell when they're jetted right because they sound crisp. If your bike's all, you gotta lean that thing out a little bit. Get that thing barking. All right, so let me jump back up to Brent here. I think I skipped him. All right, he's saying, "Have you seen clips from Jay Schweischer's new movie?" I have not seen it. Has anyone seen it? I haven't seen anything. I didn't even know he was making a new one, so we're going to have to keep our eye out for a new video coming out. Yo, what do you guys think? X Games coming up. It's going to be at Axel Hodges' house. I believe they're having quarter pipe, vest whip, freestyle, and step up, I believe. And then I heard there's a 50 race. So what do you guys think of the 50 race coming in the X Games? You think they're giving medals for that, for the 50 race, or is that just like a fun thing? And I heard Twitch is not racing the 50 race. He's like, "I got an invite, but I don't think I'm going to do it." So he backed out. So I might go out there and check it out. It could be a cool weekend. Axel has one of the sickest courses probably of all time in freestyle, so we might as well. We'll see. I'm last minute it, so the flights are going to be really expensive at this point, but I might have to do it. He says, "What do you run for lever and bar position? Bar in line with the forks, levers 12 to 14% down." So yeah, exactly. I like to run my bars perfectly in line with my forks. Try to avoid getting them. And what I mean by that, if you're going to look at your bike from the side and you kind of look at how your fork is, try to line the bars up even with the forks. Try not to get them, or even like you can go a hair back. I just try to avoid having the bars rolled more forward than the forks. A lot of tall guys are always like, "Yo, I'm tall. I want to, I need more room." I suggest running a taller bar versus rolling your bars forward. Because once you've rolled, I used to run them. I'll be honest with you, I ran them high when I was a freestyle guy. But it's just because I was trying to create a little bit more space between my legs and to help me jump through the bars. But if you're going to race or moto or ride the woods or ride the track, the bike turns way better with the bars in line with the forks. Once you roll the bars in front of the forks, it puts your hands in front of the forks, and the bike doesn't really want to corner that well. It has a tendency to want to jump out of the rut. So I always recommend, if you're a tall guy, get a higher bend bar, keep them in line with the forks. I mean, a slight back. If you're a smidge up, that's cool. But you ever see some of those dudes just got their bars just jacked way forward? And I know Dangler probably knows. I feel like that guy that was cool with like in the 90s, or like this Button. I think did Button do that, dude? He made that cool for a second, but it really didn't work that good. Like, to be honest with you, go do a test and run your bars really far forward and then put them in line with the forks and go ride the track and tell me which way your bike handles better. Simple test. Take you 5 minutes to do that test, and you'll honestly cannot argue that your bike does not turn better with the bars rolled way forward. It doesn't work as good. And then with the levers, I like to basically sit on my bike. If I want to sit like this, I like to straight. I just kind of sit like this. I don't like to be super far down, and obviously don't get too far up to where you get a kink. I just try to One line. Should be relaxed. The control, your controls are how you're going to control the bike, and it's what you feel. So you want that to feel comfortable. If your levers are in awkward position, bars in awkward positions could make the bike feel weird, and it shouldn't. You should be comfortable on your bike. So get a nice smooth. I have a video on it. I think I made a video maybe a year ago on how to set up the control. So check that video out. So right here on YouTube. But yeah, you're probably right in the ballpark where you're at. All right. Adam says, stop walking around the house, Mel. Can you hear her? Can you hear her creeping around? Warner's going 50-1 over here, dude. He's getting aggressive. He's going lean. I don't even know. Are you serious? Are you trying to be smart here? You never know Warner, dude. He's a jokester. Yeah, I don't know about 50-1. He's getting aggressive here. No wonder he's blowing up motors all the time, dude. Hey, did Metz get invited? I'm not 100% sure if he got. I wouldn't think he would get invited to X Games as far as like I could see him being invited to the 50 race, but I don't know if he would been invited to the actual like quarter pipe and just because I mean our generation dudes have already kind of came and went, so most of us ain't competing no more. But I can see him doing the 50 thing, so that could be he could be in that. What do you see Brent saying something about Adam Jones? Adam Jones is pumped to no invite. Yeah, Adam Jones usually gets fired. And he'll let everybody know when he's fired up. Toured with him a lot on the throughout the year, so he definitely gets fired up. But dude, how many guys did they invite? 8? I bet it's not a big list, and think it's not an easy list to make. It's a hard list. So, and these days, think about it. You can't even get on the podium without a double flip or a front flip. And I don't believe Adam does either of those. So you figure the top 3 guys are all double flipping, and then you're going to have front flipping, and then you're going to have a couple guys after that that are doing double flips. So not saying he doesn't deserve to be there. Adam's an awesome rider. In my opinion, Adams is, dude's sick. He can kill every single trick. He's awesome rider. But it's a hard cut to make. So, and if they're only taking 8 dudes, and these days they're looking for the guys doing front flips and double flips and body burials. So if you're not throwing, even though he has every other trick in the book wired, the dude don't never mess up. He's like a machine. If you don't have those big tricks, it makes it harder to make that cut, you know? So I understand him getting fired up, but it's harder and harder these days. I want to make sure I ain't skipping nobody. Because I was just thinking about that the other day. I think Taka got invited. So he's probably pissed because him and Taka are about the same. They both do about the same tricks. And Taka got an invite. And I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, man, like Taka can do a double flip, but he doesn't really do them that much. But he has done them before. But I remember when he did do his double flip, I think he went out, did a double flip at X Games, and he was doing that to like battle for 5th. I was like, dude, that's gnarly. Like when you're as good as Taka, have every single flip trick, regular trick in the book, don't never mess up dudes like a machine, and he had a double flip, but that was good enough for a 5th. I'm like, God, this is gnarly, dude. That's all right, man. Like, you gotta, yeah, it's tough sport these days, that's for sure. Yeah. Anthony P's, I ain't feeling you, Warner. He said, ain't no chainsaw, dude. Schneider ran 50-1. Here he is. Cherries. I think everybody's joking around in here. Man, but anyway, yeah, I would. All the tall guys had it. Yeah, so JD saying the same thing. It's true. I feel like, remember Castillo, Button, all those dudes ran the bars up kind of jacked. And I kind of think when you've seen those taller dudes who were riding good, finishing up front with their bars tall up like that, you automatically, if you were a tall guy, you thought, oh, shoot, I better put my bars up. Look at Button. He's killing it right now. Maybe that's going to help me. And you would throw your bars up. Because I do remember as an amateur riding when my bars are a little bit on the hike side. But to be honest with you, obviously, and I told you, I ran them a little high on freestyle, but not crazy high in freestyle. But I ran a tall bar. I actually ran a Honda high. At one point, I even ran a mini bike bar because it brought my hands closer together. So think about it. If your arms are out like this, the more I spread my hands like this, the smaller the gap gets between my feet and the crossbar pad. So when I bring my hands in like this, it lifts, it starts to create a little bit of height between my feet and the crossbar pad. So I actually ran mini biked Honda High 80 bars because they were obviously not as wide. They were more narrow, and it created, dude, even if you get that much a gap between your feet and that crossbar, I didn't even run a crossbar pad, but I'm just saying between, the bolt, the 10 mils, that's what you need. So you don't get hung up. You get hung up, it's jacked. But when I went from competing in freestyle and started to compete in speed and style, I still had my bars a little on the high side, and I was practicing at Deegan's house, and I kept saying, like, man, I can't get my bike to turn, dude. And I honestly thought my suspension, because I had really stiff suspension, and you ran a stiff suspension for speed and style anyway, because it was arena cross and freestyle, so you didn't need a soft setup. So I thought because my bike was so stiff, I couldn't get it to corner, and I kept saying, man, I can't get my bike to turn, dude. It's always riding up high in the corner, doesn't want to dive down. And like Deegan looked at my bike one day, and he's like, dude, why don't you pull your bars back? He's like, look at your bars. And I kind of had them on the high side, like I said. I'm like, huh, really? So I kicked them back, and just by that little bit of a move back, my bike turned so much better. So that was the first time that I noticed, like, whoa, this is better. And then as I, finished off my freestyle career in speed and style, and then went back to just kind of motoing, kind of where I'm at now, they slowly started to, I kept moving them back a little bit more, to where now, if you look at them, they're almost a hair back a little bit. I was looking at them the other day. I'm like, oh, got them back even a little bit farther than I thought. Because the more I brought them back, I felt like my bike kept cornering better. It stayed in the rut. And and like I said, that's an easy test. If you guys want to go out and do that test, just put your bars even with the forks, go out and ride 3 laps, come back in, jack them way up, and go out and moto. And then you can be a decision. And I think you'll probably agree. And I feel like a lot of the coaches will tell you this. If you listen to any guys on Bike Setup, I feel like most of the coaches know what they're talking about. They've been around for a while, and they got skills. So I've never heard anybody really tell you to jack your bars up above the forks. If we got Big Bird up in here, that's gonna need a second to check out your. Yo, he's saying it. So that's the bike I want to buy back, dude. I need to buy that bike back. So when we ever get a shop, we gotta see if they'll sell that bike back to me. It's up in there. V-Dub is in the spot. Here he is. He says, got in late. Hope you had a good 4th. Running out with DM you late at night. Sounds good, brother. Good to see V-Dubsky up in here. How's that bike going, dude? V-Dub picked up the 2016. Hope you're having fun with that bad boy. All right, so we got Jess here. Let's see. He says, when are you going to post some vids of you doing some tricks? He says, even just one of your old freestyle runs. Like a video of me today doing tricks, or just like some old footage. I wish, the thing is, it's hard to get old footage of myself. That's the thing. I wish I had some old footage of myself, because I'd be posting some cool stuff. The thing is, of me doing tricks today, I don't really have a freestyle ramp to go ride consistently to be doing tricks all the time. But don't get me wrong, I miss it so much that when I find some land out here and build me a little track, I am building a freestyle landing, and I am setting up a ramp, and I will be sessioning it. I probably won't be doing anything gnarly, but I will definitely be clicking off a couple just easy tricks, because it's fun. Dude, I love the jump, and I miss it. I just want, like nowadays, I'll find a rut, and I'll just be like, I'm going to just session this rut for 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'll ride one turn and just... That's how I just want to hit the ramp. And sometimes I'm like, I don't even care about doing a trick. I just want to do whips. I'll just sit there and do turn down and whips for 30, 40 minutes. Yeah. And I miss that. I used to do that in my house all the time. I get bored. I'm like, yo, Taka lived with me. I'm like, yo, let's just go out and do some whips. He'd be like, all right. And we would just go out back and just practice seatbelt whips, turn down, seatbelt whip. So I miss those days. Got to get the setup for sure. My bars are laid back, says Warner. See? Warner's got skills. He's got them laid back. Here we go. So here's something to check out. Chris Kiefer is a good podcast about bar height, rise, etc. So check that out. Danny B's giving us some little feedback on somewhere else we can go and see what Kiefer has to say. And I'm sure he's right there with me. To be honest with you, I think we would all be in the same area. What kind of jobs are there? All right, so Zanin's coming out to the jumps are really mellow at this track. They have one double that is pretty tech. Other than that, everything's easy. It's all tabletops. They got a good set of rollers. It gets good ruts there. But it's a safe track. It's basically like a vet track. So the owner of it, the owner used to be part owner of Grain Valley, but I don't think he's the owner anymore. But anyway, it's his track. And basically, he's probably in his 40s. So he uses it for him and all his buddies. So most of the guys who ride there are vet riders, but it's not like just overly easy. It's perfect. I love it. It's perfect. Like, it's a fun track. Like, I've been wanting to do a class there since I rode there, and I started doing classes. I'm like, man, I want to do a class here. So I'm excited that I finally get to do one there. So it'll be good. But don't stress out on jumps. There's nothing there that you can't handle. You'd be able to grease everything. And if that peaked out jump, there's one jump that maybe you want to skip. Just because it's peak to peak and there's no deck on it. But other than that, but you don't have to jump it. Just, roll the thing if you ain't feeling it. Yeah, Jess is clowning about doing tricks. Today's tricks are definitely a little rusty. All right, so Big Feist is here. I can't believe it's 8 o'clock already. What is Big Feist then? Right on the road and no buffering tonight. No, it buffered all night. You missed it. It's been buffering the whole time. So we're canceling because I'm fired up about this thing, dude. So AT&T's out. And the funny thing is, we just got a thing in the mail the other day, and I was like, from whatever the other server is around here, and I was like, we should probably cancel, huh? And then I threw it in the trash because I thought I handled it by cleaning up the desktop. I'm like, it's gonna be fine tonight. And I threw it in the trash. Now I got to go pick it out and find it and call them. All right, so Danny B saying, look, chocolate cake. Yes, it was, dude. It was money. We had a good, V-double little super chat. Thank you, sir. He said the 2018 looks great. Oh, did I say 16? You're right. Sorry, dude. You bought the 18. I always get confused. He bought the 18. I sold the 16 like 2 years ago. He says, I will be setting it up for you anytime. Oh, it'll be set up for you anytime. Yeah, so we got to come down in Texas and rip that bad boy up. Well, I appreciate it, man. And let's see, we'll get a couple more real quick. I don't want to go too late, but it says, you going to any other FCA camps? And I'm not 100% sure. I actually just saw an email from another FCA camp, and I didn't respond to it yet because I wasn't 100% sure on my schedule. But could be, but not sure yet. But they're awesome. If anyone gets a chance to go to FCA camp, go sign up and go to one. They're great people and fun camps, and you'll learn a lot. Great coaching, but just all around good place to go. So let me see. Hey, what up, Feist? Nate was telling me about doing your 40-day fast. That's too funny. Yep, I did that with Mel. We went on a 40-day. It was like it wasn't a water fast, but it was a liquid fast, to where we did mostly water, juices, and protein shakes. It was gnarly. I got super, super skinny. It was right before I moved here. So when I moved to Midwest and y'all thought I looked scrawny, well, that's why. I was on a liquid fast. Me and Mel, we looked like crackheads. All right. Well, it looks like we are wrapping it up here at 8. So, hey, shout out. Big thanks for all you guys being here week after week. If you're new, thanks for being here. Give us some love. Subscribe to the channel. Smash a like. Let YouTube know that we have a good time on here. And we'll bring some other people on here. Big Feist said it ain't doing it on his phone. So, hey, that's good. It locked up on me like 3 times. But I was clicking back in fast, so maybe I was able to handle it. But, yeah, happy 4th to everybody. And good times. We will see some guys, Zanin and a couple of other guys at the class this weekend, Saturday. And we'll be hanging out watching the Nationals. Actually, I'm going to miss the Nationals. I'll be teaching a class, so I won't be watching the Nationals. I'll be watching it on Peacock, following it up on Sunday then, hanging out. So you guys have a good week. Ride safe, stay blessed. And thanks for being a part of Moto Mondays. Much love. We'll see you guys next week. And shout out to all the Jersey boys, JD, Warner, everybody jumping on here. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.